Good afternoon. Hola, que pasa even. Now bear with me for 1 second while I get my IG together on my phone. Then we're gonna get into it. Didn't get the opportunity to go to the gym yet today because my nephew got a hair appointment, so probably end up going later. So I say, you know what? Let me jump on Al Gore's internet and run my mouth a little bit. Share something with the good people. The good people. Let me see. Pin this. All right. So got that pinned. If you tuning in on IG, please go to the tube. Turn on my fan so I don't sweat. What's going on? Here to learn the show. What's going on, Deborah? What's going on, Hans? What's happening, Mendez? What's going on, everybody pulling up, man? I ain't gonna be before y'all long today. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get to it. What am I seeing here? What in the world am I seeing? I'm seeing something weird right here. What am I seeing right here? There's something weird on the screen. Like, what am I? Oh, the light shining into the camera. That light is shining into the camera. What in the world is going on over here? Oh, I know what that is. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry, y'all. It sees the monitor. I'm sorry. I must have bumped the camera. The camera was seeing the edge of the monitor. I'm like, what is going on? But the camera was seeing the edge of the monitor. I'm like, what is that on the screen? It's true. What's up, Valdez? What's going on? Yeah, I fixed it. It was the camera was seeing the edge. Y'all know, well, y'all, I showed y'all before when I redid my what's the name? See if I zoom it in. See if I zoom it in so you can see the edge of the monitors, the dual monitors right there, and it was zoomed in, picking up a piece of the monitor. Now I shouldn't have did that because now I done messed it up for real. And I'm not cutting this out for the replay. I'm not cutting this out for the replay. All of that's gonna be in there on the replay. Now, what's up, E-Rock? What's going on, E-Rock? Now, like I was saying before, I'm not gonna be before you long. What I decided to do today is sit down and share not just a trade breakdown, because when a lot of times when I see like trade breakdowns, right? Because I know on the thumbnail it say Wednesday morning trade breakdown. Like a lot of times when I see trade breakdowns, they be good, but it just pretty much stick with the entry model. It don't give no kind of thought behind it. Not all, but I've seen a lot. So I just want to try to give as much detail as possible. And I want to show that since price is fractal, you can use very, 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 very low time frames to make entries, right? Let me go full screen on this. You can use sub 1 minute time frames to make entries, not make any kind of trade decision. You can use it to make entries your if your model is not developing on the time frame you're looking at, but you are totally convicted in your bias. The price action is showing you exactly what you are anticipating, but your trading model is not setting up on the time frame you're watching. You can absolutely go lower and see if you can find your trade model, your entry model. That's what this is all about, right? So we're going to be breaking down slash covering this trade here. I shared it in inside the Discord. Let me show that, because I said I wouldn't share anything in the Discord that I don't share publicly, just so nobody don't feel, hey, how can I get in the Discord? And you don't need to be in Discord. We don't be talking about nothing in Discord. All right. So I shared one of my I've been on that a lot lately with the shh, let's talk more work. I've been on that for a minute now, right? So I said, when you understand all the concepts, you can pick and choose what strategy you want to execute. And you don't fear the really low time frames, aka sub 1 minute. Now listen, this is not meant to suggest that everyone needs to learn every ICT concept or trade using sub 1 minute charts. That's my disclaimer. This is not to suggest that everyone needs to learn every ICT concept or trade the sub 1 minute charts. Let me say it again. This is not to suggest that everybody needs to learn every ICT concept or trade the sub 1 minute charts. Do I need to say it one more time for Rocky? If y'all want me to say it one more time for Rocky, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all want me to say it one more time for Rocky, put a 1 in the chat while I sip some water. Okay. All right, the ones got it. This is not to suggest that everybody should learn every ICT concept. Hey, let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Hey, this is the this is the trade that we're breaking down, right? For those who don't really know me, well, for those who know me for real, right? Y'all already know I do not be putting trade executions on stuff that I share, right? And it's like sometimes when I get ready to post stuff, it's like, and I don't want to hear no foolishness. I'll do stuff to I guess like cut off the foolishness before it happens. Like, for example, on this, I'm showing trade executions on the chart, right? And I'm showing like the sim account is the trade copy of master account, and I'm showing the Apex evaluation account over here. I got it in the screenshot together, right? Just so you can see that, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, every people out there, I don't know why people got such a big deal with like people using like demo accounts. I don't know, man. If the stuff freaking work, the stuff freaking work. But for some reason, people got this big deal with demo accounts. So I will say, while I'm sitting up here talking about this, I feel very stupid for even explaining this. So I will say, this is the last time that Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. will ever prove something. If you don't believe that is real, I don't care anymore. I give it zero energy from this moment forth, August the 2nd at 1:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't believe that I can trade, if you don't believe I do what I do, if you don't believe that the ICT concepts work for me, if you don't believe anything, why are you even here? 1:13 p.m. on August the 2nd, I release. that last piece was for Rocky. This for Rocky. okay. Okay. So let's talk about it. Let's go in here. Let me see. So as you see, right down here on the eval account screenshot right here. I'm glad I put this in here, for matter of fact, because it's helping me not have to flip-flop through anything, right? As you see on the evaluation account, the chart is on a 15-minute chart, right? And then looking at the 15-minute calendars, you can see the entry and the exit arrows, right? Looking at this, like on the 15-minute, personally looking at this on the 15-minute, I see no reason of trying to make an entry on these 15-minute where it entered on this candle and exited on this candle. I see no reason to be taking a trade on the 15-minute, right? Now, let's go back. But when you look at, well, you can't see it all. You can't see it all. You can kind of see a piece of it right here. You can see a piece of it right here. Let's go there, right? But on this 15-second chart right here, right? You can kind of see a piece of it here, but just based off of the candles you see here, and I'm explaining the stuff to the other side, we go in there, but just based off what we see here, now you can see a lot more possibilities for a trade, right? Why? Because we have a nice order block right here that we came down, made this order block. You know, we came down, went up, made this order block right here, traded back up into the order block, went down. You know what I'm saying? Traded back up into that order block, went down. You know what I'm saying? Traded back up into this fair value gap right there, added a little bit more on, going right, see right there, going into that fair value gap right there, added a little bit more on, going into that fair value gap right there. So got short, right? And wow, look at that. This right here is because of limit orders, people. I'm not that good to get entered on the top of the wick. That's a limit order placed right at the fair value gap opening. No, not the fair value gap open. It was placed on the low of the order block right there. Scrolling across there. Yeah, boom. Right on the low of the order block inside that fair value gap right there. That's where the limit order was placed right there. Inside that fair value gap right there. And it happened to be at the top of that candle, right? And another thing you notice about this, I'm going short on green candles. There are people out there. Matter of fact, I saw one a long time ago. He was dressed like a little red bear running through the forest. And he was telling people, never go short on green candles. He was telling people, you get your head bust open for going short on green candle. Yes, he was dressed like a little red bear. You get your head bust for going short on green candles. That's absolutely not true. You always want to go short on green candles, but you have to understand the draw on liquidity, where price is at that time, and enter where you're supposed to be entering for that short trade. You want to go short while the market is going up. You don't want to chase price and be going short while it's falling down. You want to short when it's going up, and you want to buy when it's coming down. I know it sounds contradictory. I know it sounds scary, but I'm not telling you anything I don't do myself. You see, it said enter one at, and it's on a green candle. Enter one at, and it's on a green candle right there at the high of this the low of this SIBI right there. See, the order is placed right on the line of that SIBI. So when price comes up and hits it, it picks me up. It's placed right here at the low of that order block at the consequent encroachment of this SIBI. When it comes up, boop, it hits me right there, right? This is just stuff you have to keep in mind. You have to condition yourself to do this because you want to sell in a premium and buy in a discount. If you're selling in a premium, you want price to be coming up to the premium. So if price goes up, right, and your candles are colored green for up, right, you're going to be buying when price is going up. You're going to be buying on green candles. You're going to be selling when price goes up. You're going to be selling on green candles. If you want to buy in a discount, that means you want price to come down. So that means you're going to be buying on red candles. If your color scheme is red for down, the default, you're going to be buying on red candles. Just want to put that out there. Now, so let's go back to what we was talking about here. Let's go to the actual charts and do it. Right. So as you see, the bias was to the downside. The draw was to the downside. But on the 15-minute chart, I'm not getting caca. I don't have any setups at all yet. All we doing, price is just coming down. I'm going down. That's all price is doing on the 15-minute. Right? Ain't giving me nothing. Right? We're going to get to the sub 1 minute in a minute. So now, let's go over here to the actual charts. Get out of the way, Timmy. Right. So let's go to the actual charts. Let me check and see what time of day that was. Executions. Let me see here. Entry. Okay, so executions. What in the haberdashery hemoglobin going on here? Oh, okay. I'm like, why has it got so many? What's the names? But it's, it put it on, and then when it take it off, it got to take everything off. All right, because I was lost for a second. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Move this over here. I don't want to put too much stuff over there, so y'all be looking at stuff. Okay, so you have the sim account and let me see something here. Let me see if I can get this. But I said I wasn't gonna be proving nothing no more. I just started messing up just that quick. Okay, so 949.14 was the entry right there. 949.14 was the entry. Sell. That's for the sim account and the Apex account. That's why it's doubled up. Sim account, Apex, because I use a trade copier. And then the second entry, sell was at 956. So at 949 and at 956 is when it entered. And then bought one back at 10:08, and then got stopped out on the second one in profit at 10:09. Okay. All right. So 9:49. All right. Let's go find 9:49. Let's go find 9:49. Let's go find 9:49. Let's go find. Hold on. I'm fixing something over here, y'all. I'm sorry. All right. When I be moving stuff around, I don't like when I move stuff around. Okay, so let's go find 9:49. Let's go to 1 minute charts and go find 9:49. And then we're gonna get to breaking down 9:49 a.m. right there. 9:49 right there. Okay, so now let's look at 1 hour. And we're gonna see this is that's 9:49 right there. Right. So looking at the 1 hour, right? Looking at the 1 hour, you see what you see, right? Right here, 9:49 is right here inside this candle. So the whole trade took place inside this candle right here, right? By the way, this was the target. This was the sell side target before getting stopped out in profit somewhere over here. All right. All right, let's go to the 15-minute. We already know what the 15-minute was looking like. This was the 9:49 candle right here. All right. That was the candle that, the whole trade transpired with inside right here. This little 15-minute candle right there. All right. So if I move this other stuff to the side there, blow it up. Right. So looking at the 15-minute, what goes on? What goes on? Nothing goes on right there. Right. So no, the trade took place in these two candles right here. Right, those two candles right there. Those are two candles that it took place in, because the second piece came off inside this candle right here at like 10:00. What we said it was? What we said it was? So the first piece came off at 10:08, and then the second one got stopped out in profit at 10:09. So it was these 15-minute. Yeah, so it's inside this candle right here. All right, so 15-minute. Let's see what it's looking at. Now, bias. Why was the bias? Let's go back to the hourly. First of all, whenever you're entering before you enter any trade, you want to have your draw on liquidity mapped out, right? You want to have your draw on liquidity mapped out when you take any trade, right? So this trade did the bias, right? The bias on this trade, my bias was formulated using the concept of the power of three, right? So my bias was formulated using the concept of the power of three. And if you don't know what the power of three is, the power of three is when you open and you're bearish, right? You go above that open, drop below that open, and then close somewhere near the low. That's the power of three bears, right? If you're bullish, the power of three, you open, you drop below that open, and then you go above that open and close somewhere near the high. That's the power of three. And the power of three can be used over time is fractal. Price is fractal. So you can use it in relationship to anything time-based. It can be relationship to a day. It can be in relation to a week. It can be in relation to a session. It can be in relation to a minute. Like anything time-based, you have an open, a high, a low, and a close for anything time-based, right? Hence why I got that on the tape, because the tail of the tape, that's what it's all about, the open, high, low, and close. That's what the whole idea of the tails from the tape came from with me, right? The open, high, the low, and the close. So the power three concept that I was using to get my bias on today, right? You know, some people, it may just be the fact that, hey, we gap down, we're really red, so I'm selling. Hey, if that's how you draw your bias, cool. I'm not knocking that. But the reason why my bias was bearish in my draw, we're going to get to why my draw was down here. But the reason why my bias was bearish was because we opened up last night at 45, 80, 50 at midnight. That was the opening of the day at midnight. 45, 80, 50. Right? We went above midnight, right? Then we dropped down and took out the weekly low that I had marked out, right? Once we took out that weekly low, we rejected off of it, right? And then we went back above midnight again, right? Went back above midnight again. Did not take out the buy side. Did not take out the buy side. Hit this SIBI and then rejected off of it, right? Rejected, and that was around 7 o'clock. That was 7 o'clock candle when we went back above mid. So we went back above the open, right? So we opened, right? Went above the open and went below it, right? So went above this open at 1 o'clock, right? So give or take the variance of the window, right? You're in the London kill zone right now. So in the London kill zone, you're going above the open price. And then you're selling off, right? And then right around here, around 5 o'clock, between 4 and 5 o'clock, you're getting ready to leave the London kill zone. But where are you closing? Down here near the low of this is the London low right here.
The lady just left. She finished.
She finished?
Yeah. You live right now?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
Okay.
Let me check y'all nephew. Y'all hold on. I gotta check something. Let me check y'all. You like it? You do? Okay, come here, let me get that picture. Send it to your daddy. Let me get a picture for your daddy. IG, I'm finna hang up on y'all. IG, I gotta get a picture of my nephew head.
You heard me?
Say what?
They said you get a cut, it'll be first of the day.
Yeah, I'm taking to get a haircut. Probably tomorrow.
Oh,
Might go get it today. I'll just do a video. Look to the left. Look to the right. All right, there. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Did you tell her thank you when she finished?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. Hey, True Spotter Gang know what the lick read. Ricky. Hey, Ricky. You got a problem with it? You got a problem with it? Let me see. Gone. Take him to the barber shop. Tomato. Had to send that to my brother. He was complaining, man, you still got my son walking around with dandruff on his head, man. I said, man, we trying to get somebody to braid his hair, man. Junior and them just got their hair done. Man, when I tell y'all, Junior, oh my, I got to share this with y'all. Let me send this to his mama too. Hold on, man. We're going to get back to the trade breakdown. True Spotter Gang know what to read. Y'all know how I do, man. If you ain't True Spotter Gang, hey, y'all know what's over there. You know what's over there. Oh, Rocky. I said Ricky. Rocky. I called it Ricky. Hey, let me share this with y'all real quick. Then we go get back. Somebody remember where I was at, because I done forgot where I was at. Yesterday, my boys got their hair done. Y'all know Woody got dreads. Chris had the big nappy fro. So Chris decided he wanted to get some starter locks. Right? This like the 12th time he didn't decide, but he actually went through with it this time. Junior got color in his hair. Now, typically, when Junior get a retwist and a style, it's $130 for a retwist and a style, right? I had no clue how much the starter locks was going to be. I didn't even know he was getting color yesterday until we got there. And she was like, "Did you bring both boys?" And I was like, "No, I was gonna bring him. The appointments was like 10 and 1:30." She was like, "Well, you can go back and get him because while the bleach is working on him, I can start." I said, "Bleach? What you mean bleach?" And she was like, "For his color." Then I was like, "Junior, you getting color?" And he was like, "Yeah." All right. Okay, no harm, no foul. Go get Chris, take Chris up there, come back. They up there like forever. They up there all day. I'm like, "Look, son, y'all almost finished. You got to go to football practice at 4:00. It's after 3. You ain't ate nothing. You ain't y'all got one bottle of water." Like, I go to pick them up. This is the part that hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, "How much is it?" She said, $460. Hold the freaking phone. And she was like, no, my bad. It's $430 because my wife had put down a $30 deposit. Hold the freaking phone. When he get a retwist in a style is $130. So I don't know how much it costs for him to get starter locks, but $460 is more than double. So it did. So I called Conundrum, like, "What?" And I said, "How much does it cost to get starter locks?" And she was like 180. I said, whoa. Timothy retwist and style is 130. Chris starter locks, if that's 180, where 460 come from? And she was like, "Oh, it's like 180 just for color." $180 for the color? Just for the color? How you charge more for the color than just to wash it, retwist it, and style it? I got to get my calculator. Let me get my calculator. Make sure I got these numbers right. Where my calculator at? Where my calculator at? 460 minus 180. That's 280 minus 130. $150. I said $150 for the color. $150 for the color. Just for the color. Because the retwist and style 130. And Chris was 180. So that extra 150 in the equation is for the color. I say, boy, look at here. But for the color? And I'm telling you, and when Junior went to football practice yesterday, I think a good 10% of that color was in his headband and inside his football helmet and on the back of one of his shirts. 10% of the color was the let me get my calculator back up. Times 0.1. I need $15. I need $15 worth of that color was inside the headband, inside the helmet, and on the back of his shirt. $15 worth of color. Now that we done separated the wheat from the tail. Now that we done separated the wheat from the tail, and ain't nobody left but the real gang. Let's get back to what we was doing. Terrence said, "You better learn to do it yourself." Better learn to do it yourself. Hey, Chris, what that? Y'all come here. What that? Come here. And now, what are you doing outside? Anyway, let me get to it why they do whatever they do. They being teenagers right now. So, all right. Now, power 3. I was talking about the power of three, right?
Hola.
Yeah, come here. Right. So this the
Hello, Spider Gang.
and put on full
How-
screen. There you
How
go.
are you, Spider Gang?
Put your head down there. Chris with his starter locks. He got his starter locks. Y'all know he had the big nappy fro. He had the big nappy fro. And then here go Woody right here. Hey, Woody, I told you he never got no shirt on. Oh, you head out the light. Yeah, there you go. He got the color. I told him $15 worth of color was inside your football helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10% of the color came. She did a good job though. He got the red and black Georgia boy. Never wear a shirt.
Roll Tide.
You know what I'm saying? He got the red and black Georgia boy. Voila! Huh? All right, come on, sexy Dex. Head out.
Goodbye.
He never got a shirt on.
Never. He and me recording.
And he outside recording something. Probably he never got a shirt on. Man. Anyway, let's get back to it, man. That was my adventure yesterday. So my bias came from the power of three, right? My bias came from the power of three. My bias came from the power of three, and the reason why was because I was saying how like during the London kill zone, we went up above midnight, then sold off and finished off the London kill zone area right here. This is the start of the 5 o'clock candle. It go into the dead period from 5 o'clock until like 7:30, whatever. So London kill zone open, went above midnight, dropped below midnight, and then closed near the low, from the high to the low, right? So power three played out during the London. Came into the New York kill zone, right here around the 7 o'clock candle right here, these hourly candles right here. We went back above midnight, right? And then over here again on the 8 o'clock candle, we barely poked above midnight again. Look at the bodies of all these candles, respecting the new day opening gap, sticking around the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? We originally went back up to the breaking market structure here because we got below the low, right? Respecting the breaking market structure. Now we're getting back above midnight again. Still did not take out the buy side, as I mentioned before, start to sell off, right? So I'm like, okay, power three is in full effect. Right now, so that's where my bias came from. My bias was bearish because the power three was playing out in a bearish way. The open at midnight, traded above open, traded down in London, closed near the low, right? Coming into the New York kill zone, right? Got above midnight, started to sell off again, right? Now, let's move over into after the New York open. God dog it. What did I just do? I was on the wrong screen. Okay, y'all still with me, right? Yes. Okay, let's move to the New York Open. Right. So here's the 9:30 candle right here. This is the New York Open candle right there. Right. So with the New York, let's go down to 5 minutes. We're gonna go all the way down to 5 minutes, right? So we can get a good look at this. All right. So 7:05, getting close to the New York kill zone, go above midnight, right, and trade down. This is the New York Open right here. We opened New York at 45, 67, 75. Mind you now, my bias is bearish because the power of three has been playing out that way, right? Remember, I say you can use the power of three on days, weeks, months, hours, minutes, and even sessions, right? So now, looking at what price is doing here, right? This is where patience comes into play and understanding what you're doing, right? Mind you, what have I been talked about? For the true and tried and true gang members, Can somebody put a quick blurb of what my entry model is? If you know how I trade, if you know, you know what I'm saying, if you've been watching me any amount of time, the true try and true gang members, they understand what my entry model is. Somebody put in the chat just a quick blurb of what my entry model is for trading, right? You ain't got to do all the details, but just what my entry model is, what I use to enter trades on, right? And then we're gonna revisit that in a second. Okay, so right, power 3 can be used on even a session, right? So this is the 9:30 open candle right here. We opened 9:30 at 4567 even, right? Now that we open at 9:30, we drop down, right? My bias is bearish, right? So I'm watching to see if we come and take out this sell side. Remember, I said this sell side right here was the target, right here. That sell side was the target right there, right? So I'm watching to see if we immediately go take it out, right? If we don't take it out immediately, then I'm going to be looking for it to be attacked at the macro that starts to run at 9 o'clock up into 10:10, right? We got there just after 10:10 today, but I'm going to be looking for it to be attacked on the macro that starts running at 9:50 if we don't just go down and take it out immediately, right? So, but I want you to notice what happens right here that gave me uber confirmation. Attack, opposing liquidity, breaking market structure, breaker with a fair value gap. Very good. How many times have I talked about breaking market structures, breakers, or fair value gaps yet this morning? That has not been the focus. Why has that not been the focus? Because this right here, wherever hopefully I'm pointing at the words. If I'm pointing at the words, put a 1 in the chat. This right here, that attack of opposing liquidity, breaking market structure, breaker with a fair value gap, that is my entry model, right? That is my entry model. Before I can look for my entry model, I have to understand the draw and I have to have a bias. You don't have to have a bias, but you got to understand the draw on liquidity before you look for your entry model. So we're talking about my bias was formed by using the power of 3. So I'm using the power of 3 concepts to reinforce my bias, right? So now we've come to the 9:30 open, right? 45, 67, 75. We drop down, right? Repricing this BISI. Oh, well, we repriced this. No. Yeah, we repriced it now. Called a BISI right there, right there. Yeah. Let's check that real quick before I go. I don't want to lie to you. We already repriced it. No. Yeah, we're repricing it now. Yeah, we just came back into it now. So it was created there. Let me move this over so I can be. Yeah, we just coming back to it. Cause the 6 a.m. candle is the one that formed it. So that would be here. Yes. So it formed it here. So this the first. Yeah, we repriced that BISI right there. So we repriced that BISI, right? Once we repriced that BISI, we stopped at this order block right here. And then look what price did. What did price do right here on this 940 candle? Can somebody tell me what price did right here on this 940 candle in relations to the power of 3? Can somebody tell me what this 940 candle did in relations to the power of 3? Everything that I've been using to confirm my bias thus far. What did this 940 candle, this green candle right here, what did this 940 candle? Oh, let me turn on my fancy dancing. I'm sorry, y'all. right there. What did this 940 candle do in relations to the power of three? Anybody? Any takers? Any takers? That's true. Look at here to learn and share, coming here with the hard hitting real terminology. Here to learn and share just hit you with the real terminology. Look, Timmy Rogers, keep it simple. Simplify that for me. Here to learn and share. Simplify the manipulation. What did it do? It did what? We opened up at 45, 67, 75, that red line. Simplify the manipulation. Look, Timmy Rogers, hey, I know somebody that went to Ely, so I ain't got smart friends. So I need you to win above opening price. You feel me, E-Rock? And that's what that's the manipulation part of it. It's gonna lead you the wrong way. And when it leads you the wrong way, right, Judas swing, right? Judas swing, protraction. It's like so many big words that ICT use: protraction, Judas swing, manipulation, right? When you get that protraction, when you get that Judas swing, when you get that manipulation, the best time to go short is at or above the opening price. But I am not a turtle soup trader, so I'm not going to get short at the top. I'm going to wait for my entry model. Now, for anybody who don't know what a turtle soup trader is, you just sell short above the high or buy long below the low. That's turtle soup, right? So I'm not a turtle soup trader, so I'm going to wait for my entry model. This manipulation off in rejection, this going back above the high and then selling back off, that just, it gave me more confirmation that the power of three was still bearish. This was just letting me know, oh, we got above the 930 open and we rejected off. So we went back above the open to give institutional money opportunity to get short above the open, at or above the open, to continue the power of three concept, right? To continue the power of three concept. Now that is been established, that we're continuing that, right? Now, looking at the 5-minute chart, right? Looking at the 5-minute chart, right here, this is inside the first 30 minutes. Look what's going on inside the first 30 minutes. Let's mark out the first 30 minutes. Go to 10 o'clock right there. Right. Look what's going on in the first 30 minutes. Right. So in the first 30 minutes, we've come down, going back up above the open, and then sold back down, right? And now we're just kind of hanging around this Bissy right here, right? We're hanging around this Bissy right here. Now, when price starts to just hang around in an area, right? We call that engineering liquidity, right? We call that price is starting to engineer the 52 fake out right there. Up, gotcha, come down, right? It's starting to engineer liquidity right here, right? Since it's engineering liquidity, and this is, let me draw, let me put my draw up there, right? This is the draw right here. This is the draw. Make the draw big so y'all can see it. Magnetizing price. That's the draw, right? So this is the draw. And then we're starting to engineer liquidity, right? Since we're engineering liquidity, I'm chomping at the bit now, looking for an opportunity to get short, right? So on the 5-minute, based off what has already been done this morning, my entry model is not present. My entry model is not present, right? Yes, true. You can come back over here and say, hey, Tim, there's a breaker right there. There's the fair value gap right there. We traded up there, came back down. Yeah, you can say all that, right? But this is not what I've been watching price for. I'm looking to trade off something that has just formed right now. If I was waiting on this move from way back here, then yes, that would be time for me to trade. But I'm not waiting. I haven't been waiting on price to do all of this right here. I'm just getting in here right now. So I'm trading based off of what's going on now, just using all of this right here as prior reference, right? So right now, while we're manipulating and just taking advantage of everybody who just wants the market to keep running to the moon right now because it's been super bullish, and to just dupe anybody who fell for the okie doke when price went back up here, and you're looking at this as a pineal and it's just retracing back down into this area right there, into this order block right here. See how we came to this order block and then just stop, right? Let's see how dirty the market is. Let's see if this is actually in an OTE zone. We're going to look and see if this is in an OTE zone. Let's put this up here to this high. Let's go ahead and put this on OTE. Let's see how dirty the algo is. Oh, wait, the algo a dirty dog. Ain't it a dirty dog? Look where the bodies of this candle is. Right here around the 70. Oh, my goodness. What a dirty dog. What a dirty trick. Let's extend this to the right. Look at this dirty, low down dog right here around this 70% OTE entry. For anybody who took it, they was like, look, we done came down and took out this sell side and we done took off. We ain't took the buy side, so it's not gonna reverse. It's just pulling back just so us to get long. For anybody who had the bias wrong and you was trying to get, this was a beautiful place to get long if you had the bias wrong. Oh, it was beautiful. Look how dirty that algorithm is. That's why it's always important to know the draw. If you know the draw, you good to go. If you get the draw on liquidity wrong, you will be sitting here trying to figure out why this is going against you, because look how beautiful it's set up. We took out sell side and then took off, right? Got a break in market structure right here and everything. But guess what we didn't do? We didn't get a break in market structure from the high that came down here and took out that low. And so the market structure hasn't really shifted yet, right? It hasn't really shifted yet. So if you're looking like, hey, we didn't take out the high, so this pullback is not going to be bearish because we haven't taken any liquidity, you would be absolutely correct. But you're just on the wrong side and you got the draw wrong. So if you got long in this beautiful, perfect play, you coming back to an order block. You coming back to OTE. You're coming back and you taking out sell side. Right here, you taking a sell side and rejecting up off of it, making it look like you just gonna just go back. Everything is playing out beautifully if you had the draw wrong. And you would be getting bust in the head right here and not knowing why. All because you had the draw wrong. Right? That's why it's so important to get the draw on liquidity right first. Don't rush into it. Be patient and let the market show you what is most likely to draw to, and it will tip its hand every single time. Will you get it right every time? No, you won't, because I don't get it right every time. But when I go back and look through price, I'm like, price was showing me right there and I missed it. Now, let's get back focused. Okay, so it's engineering liquidity, and I'm chomping at the bit because I want to get my trade out the way this morning, and I want to come from here down there, but nothing is setting up for me while it's engineering liquidity. I already got the confirmation of going above the 930 open and rejecting off of it, so the power of three bearish bias is still confirming my bias, is still confirming this is the most likely draw, right? We're starting to consolidate. We're starting to dilly-dally, whatever you want to call it, right here inside this fair value gap, right? This fair value gap, what is that? That is a source of internal liquidity. This is a source of internal, so it's just swimming inside this source of internal liquidity, just going back and forth, right? Right, just going back and forth, engineering liquidity, duping more and more. Oh, it's refusing. It's look at this. Look at this support. Look at this support. Look at this support. Just making it juicy, right? What is right here? Came up, it was resistance, right? Got on top of it, it's support, right? Come back down, support again. Tried to break through, couldn't quite do it. Support. Oh, look at this strong support. Oh, it's not support. I'm stop that. Making it juicy. Now, up down to 1 minute. We're going down to 1 minute. Boom. On the 1 minute. So this candle right here, remember that 940 candle? So at 944 is when we went back above the open, right? 944, we went back above the open. What time did we say we got short? We got short 949. What did I say? Sell 1 August 2nd, sell with 949 and 14, 949 14. So it's like now, right, just after 949, right? So let's find the 949 1 minute candle right there. Let's change the color of that. Well, let's change make that dotted, and we'll change the color. We'll darken it up a little bit so we can see it better. Right, that's the candle that we got short on, right? But looking at the 1 minute, right? Nope. Looking at the 1 minute, nope. That's not it. What kind of entry model is there? Looking at the 1 minute, nothing, right? But I'm convicted in my bias, right? It was proven back over here with the London, right? It was proven back over here with the London over here, right? Matter of fact, which made the low that I'm looking to attack. It was proven back over here with the London, which made the low that I'm looking to attack, right? New York kill zone, we went back above midnight again, right? We traded down. So when this opens, right, what are we looking for? To see if it's going to go back up above midnight for the 930, or if just going to go back above the 930, right? And looking at price on the 1 minute, right, looking at how it's trading, right, it's very unlikely that price is going to go back up here. Why is that? Right? Balance price range here. How do you know? Offer buy side and sell side, then left it, traded back up to where? Boop, right there. Did not go back into that range there. We got buy side, we got sell side in this area right here, balanced price range. Once we left it right here, we left it, traded back up. Where did we stop? Right here, did not go back in. So everything from here up is a balanced price range, right? Dropped it like it's hot, right? What did we just leave? This area right here, what is that? A balanced price range. So price should not want to go back above that, right? So it's very unlikely that price is going to go back all the way up to the midnight, because all of this is a balanced price range now, right? Now, I've entered a new word, new phrase, balanced price range. But Tim, I thought you was using the power of 3. I was using the power of 3 to gain my bias. Now I'm looking for my entry model. So now I'm inspecting price and I'm looking for areas that price should not want to go back to. And how am I identifying that? I'm looking at the balanced price ranges. I should have been typing all this out. All right. So I'm looking for the balanced price ranges. Why are you looking for the balanced price ranges, Tim? Because once the market gets a balanced price range, it should not want to revisit that area until it goes and handle some business. Right? Until it goes and handle some business. Move all this other stuff out the way. Oh, wrong thing. I got all kind of. Oh, I just drew that. I need that. I just put that on there. Now, hold on. What's this here? Did I just draw that? Oh, that's been on there. One off yeah. Put all this stuff. Let me hide all this stuff. Trying to get all this stuff out of my way. All right. Need the midnight. Don't know what that's at. I just delete it. Okay. All right. Now, I had to get all that stuff out of my way. So now that I'm looking for my entry model, I'm looking to see where price should want to go. So balanced price range there. Dog it. Right. Balanced price range here. Right. This one here off buy side, sell side, left the area, traded back up into it, stopped. Right. Buy side, sell side, left the area, traded back up into it, stopped. Right. So we come down, heavy sell side. We push back up. Where should price not want to go above? This area here. Why? Because we had buy side, sell side, and then we left the area. So price should not want to come back above here. Right? Price should not want to go back above there. Right? So making it highly unlikely that price will try to get back up to the midnight opening. So then turn the attention and the focus to the New York Open. Price gets above the New York Open and rejects off, right? Now, power of 3 is still in effect. The sale program is still intact. It's not violating the balanced price ranges, right? So now I'm chomping at the bit to get short, but we've gone into just a little sideways motion here. So in comes I can't go to the lower time frames on this. So we're going to put this over here. Put this right here. Now we're on the 15-second chart over here. Now let me find. I'm going to do this just so I can find where the trade was at easily. I'm going to go in and say plot this. so I can see where the trade was at. There it is right there. So I just need that to find the area easily. So now I'm on a 1 minute chart right here, right? Price is doing exactly what I wanted to do here, right? We've gotten above this opening price, rejected off, right? I know you're saying, hey, Tim, look, right here, you got a bearish breaker right there with a fair value gap right there. But what I was using to solidify my bias didn't happen to here, right? So can't get short there. We're inside the first 30 minutes, right? And my bias hasn't been confirmed yet. So I can't do anything with that right there. Come up, sell off. Confirmation of my bias right here. Power of 3, right? Open up, come down, go back above the open, and reject off. Protraction, manipulation, Judas swing, whatever you want to call it, right? So now that has happened here and reject off, now looking at the 15-second chart, right? Looking at the 15-second chart. Now we have trading here, trading here. We shot up here, attacking opposing liquidity, right? We shot up attacking opposing liquidity. Here's a swing high right there on the 1 minute, just to make it clear. I don't feel like moving the chart around, but right here, there's a swing high right there. Boom. We attack opposing liquidity, right? Rejected off of it, came down, right? Got us a break in market structure right there because we got a 3 pump. 1, 2, 3. Came down and broke the low of that 3rd pump right there. That would be a melting butter setup. Now, this is a melting butter setup on a 15-second chart, right? 1, 2, 3, breaking market structure of that 3rd pump, right? Once we got that breaking market structure of that 3rd pump right here, these down close candles right there, that right there is your breaker. All right, let's draw it out for those who can't see it. That right there would be your breaker. That would be your entire breaker right there, right? That's your entire breaker. Now, that right there. Outline. Well, we have 100. Make that transparent. We'll make that red. That right there would be a SIBI. All right. Where's my entry right there? Where's my entry? Can anybody see where my entry is right there? See that? Where am I entering right there? At a fair value gap, at a breaker. After attack on opposing liquidity, breaking market structure, retrace back to a fair value gap at a breaker. That is my model to the T. And it's on a 15-second chart. Why was I comfortable with taking it right here on this 15-second chart? Because everything about the higher time frames had already played out. It solidified my bias. It let me know that the market was still intact with my bias by respecting these balanced price ranges. we were coming into, this is the 949 candle. The macro starts spooling at 950, from 950 to 1010. I'm anticipating the macro to spool into the sell side down here somewhere, wherever the sell side is. I can't find it right now on this 1 minute chart. Right. I'm looking for, I took it off the chart. That's why I can't find it. I took it off the chart. Let me put it back on the chart. TDA. Right there. Oh, is that far down now? Man. Did I delete it? Oh, there it is right there. I'm like, man, where is it? There we go. There it is. I done scrolled down too far. There we go. Oh, and I did delete something. I deleted the line. How did y'all let me delete the line? I deleted the line somewhere. Oh, I got it turned off. There it is. Okay. All right. I'm like, man, how I know I ain't delete that? There it is. But I'm expecting the market to start spooling toward that liquidity right there. Why? Because the market has been showing me no desire to go higher. Before I started looking for my entry model, price was telling me I desire not to go higher. I'm respecting these balanced price ranges. The sale model is still intact. We are rejecting and respecting premium PD arrays, and we're continuously breaking through discount PD arrays. So when the market started to engineer liquidity right here, I was looking for my opportunity to get short. It wasn't giving it to me on the 1 minute. As you know, we entered on the 949 candle. This candle right here, that's 949. That's 949 in 15 seconds. That would be like 949 and 14 seconds on Trading View. Yes, because it ends. Yes, so right there, entered there. That's my exact model. That's why I was comfortable with taking it on the 15-minute chart. It wasn't 15-second chart. It wasn't giving me my entry model all the way down to the 1 minute. My bias was intact. The market was showing me that it was intact, and I was in line with what the algo was doing. Dropped down to a sub 1 minute chart, and my entry model played out to the T. Yes, came back up into this order block, gave me a little bit of heat. I was worried not about it, right? Was totally convinced that it was going to play out in my favor. So when we came down with this breaking market structure, we've had 2 more breaking market structures coming into this BISI. So as we traded back up into this fair value gap right here, and this mitigation block over here, this fair value gap mitigation block, I put some more on right there. You see the little triangle right there at the top of what was left inside that SIBI. All right, we pushed up into the SIBI, pushed up into the SIBI, pushed up into the SIBI, pushed up into the SIBI. So I was like, hey, we're totally respecting that. I'm gonna get me a piece of that, right? Soon as I got a piece, boom, it pushed up a little bit higher. But look where it came up to, right up there to that same spot, stopped on a dime of this down close candle right there, right? And then started to drop back down. And Bob's your uncle. That's the first piece I took off right here on this candle right there, right? That's the first piece I took off right here on this candle here as it was coming down, right? Right, as it was coming down. What I say, you want to buy as it's going down. So I'm buying out of the first piece right there. And then this one right here, I got stopped out right at the top of this right here. This is a green candle, but this is a stop out. It came back and boom, stopped me out right there. Where was my stop? It was right here at the top of this down close candle right there, right? And why was it at the top of this down close candle right there? Because I actually should have put it at the high of the down close candle, and I would have been still in, but I put it at the top of this down close candle because I was like, hey, if the program is strong, we shouldn't get back to mean threshold. So I put it at the top of this down close candle right there, and it came up right here to this volume imbalance, came up to the low of this volume imbalance and took me out. At the time, if I would have noticed that this was a volume imbalance there, I would have put it at the high of this candle right there but I didn't notice the volume imbalance. Price was this 15-second candles. It's moving fast. So I just boom, locked in a profit because I didn't want it to come back and stop me out higher than where I had already taken off. So I was looking for a place to put my stop below where I took the first piece off. And that was the most logical place, right? That was the most logical place right there. We shouldn't go back above that because we've come down and we went back up and got above it. We didn't even get above it. It just took me out and then kept going. So everything you see, everything that I said, I do it. Like I bought back on a red candle. I said you want to buy on the red and sell on the green. I sold on green and I bought on red, except for here where I got stopped out. The market took me out there. I didn't choose to get out there; it just took me out. But I was trying to hide it behind there. That is the thought process behind why I did what I did when I did why I did it. Hopefully somebody was able to get something out of this. I tried to break down how I was analyzing it. I was trying to break down what I was looking at. I tried to break down how I walked through the time frames. I tried to break down when I started looking for my entry model. I tried to break down how I devised my bias. I tried to break down how I was looking at the price and reading the price, like trying to see what the algo was telling me. If I didn't do a good job, I jollipize, and I'll try a little bit harder on the next one. Do anyone got anything for moi? Man, I've been on here an hour and 16 minutes. Do anybody got anything for me before I go? I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate the tried and true ones that stuck through it. I know I was here long. I ran my mouth a lot. Hopefully I was able to share something that made some sense to somebody. Do anybody got anything for me? Is the chat really that quiet or is it frozen? Am I here? Am I good? Am I good? Take all this stuff off here. I'll take the silence in the chat as a no, that no one has anything for me. Was this helpful to anyone? If this helped you at all in any kind of way, you're very welcome, Taryn. If this helped you in any kind of way, will you do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat? Don't just put a 1 in the chat because I asked. If it really helped you in any kind of way, do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat. If it didn't help you at all, don't put nothing. You know, we need honesty amongst our community. Don't just say, hey, it was great. Hey, it was great. Look here, Kim. I said put a 1 in the chat. You're going to put a whole sentence with a thank you. Don't try to put a 1 in the chat now. I appreciate you for real, Kim. I appreciate you for real. Thank you, Deborah. You're welcome, Hines. I appreciate you too, Thomas. Look at Taryn. You've been hanging out with Robinson too long. Thank you. Hey, we got another Mendez up in here. We got another Mendez in here. What's up, Antonio? I can't call you Mendez because we already got a Mendez. What's up, Antonio? Appreciate that, Hines. Appreciate that, Valdez. Muchas gracias, Valdez says. I posted that before you. It's all good, Kill. Y'all know how I do, man. Y'all know how I be wilding. I appreciate y'all though, man. Hey, man, that's all I got. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't making it to the gym today. It's 2:21. I am not making it to the gym today. I hate going to the gym. He said, "Are you saying you Mendez 2.0?" Nah, Mendez the best. Mendez family they make sausages. They make Spanish sausages. Man, Mendez, Junior was in the freezer the other night. Junior said, "Dad, are these all the sausages that the one guy sent?" I said, "Yes." He's like, "Man, he really went OD on them sausages." I'm talking about, boy, I've been making Spanish sausages for the last 6 months. Welcome, Mendez 2.0. Welcome. Thank you to everybody who stuck around this long. Hey, if you are a profitable trader and you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to take your stab at trading with doing funded account evaluations, I have a link in my bio. It's good for 50% off with Apex. Apex is doing a 50% off sale right now. They typically be doing 80s, but right now the 80 expired yesterday and now they're doing a 50. My link is good for 50, but just use my link if you want to try your hand at doing trade. Apex is the one that I do my evaluations with. It's the one that I have been funded with. They call them PA accounts, performance evaluation accounts. I'm not sponsored by them, but I appreciate y'all that's been using it. Somebody went OD on the usage the other day. I guess they was trying to take advantage of that last day of that 80% off, and they got like 16 evaluations. They went in there and bought 16 of them things. And they used my link because I got an email saying, hey, you just got 16 commissions. They don't tell me who it is, but I get the email and I appreciate it. Continue to use my link. But if you are not consistent, trying to get past an evaluation is not going to make you consistent. It's going to do more harm than good. Learn the concepts, back test the concepts, sim trade the concepts, perfect your model, become consistent with your model, and then take an opportunity, take a stab at trying to get funded. Use the game the way it's supposed to be used. Take a stab at trying to get funded. Once you get funded, don't over leverage. Play it slow. Play the long game. Play it slow. Make all the money you can off of them, and then do whatever you will with the money that you make off of them. Play the game smart. Appreciate y'all, man. Till the next time. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. Big Spider gone. Yep.